Well. Let's get started. Georgia Gould, that is some insane vision, bro. That is some insane vision. The best one. I called it cranberry juice last time just to avoid any. I mean, you're allowed to drink on Twitch, aren't you? I am of age. Hopefully everyone in the chat is too. I need a haircut, bro, badly. I can't even see. But you can see me, and the camera is on, and we are live. And as you can tell by the title of the stream, I spent a lot of money, and it was very fun. Did I check my bank account afterwards? No. Still haven't. So, hopefully we make it through. But Georgia Gould, Gothic Ghoul, what's good? Swifty, what's good? Swifty, you were the main guy I was hoping would be here today. Also, for the fact, Swifty, let me know if you're in chat because I'm about to start speaking to you. So, say hello if you're still there. You know that feeling when you swallow? Pause. Pause. You know that feeling when you swallow, pause, and you just know you're getting sick? Gee, stop. What do you mean? Question mark. You know that yo, alright, take two. You know that feeling when you contract your throat muscles to force down the saliva that's in your mouth? Yeah, we've just started, bro. This is a crazy way to start. But essentially what I was trying to say, you know when you have that one swallow and you're like, I'm getting sick? That's how I feel right now. So we're going to try and get this video out the way today. The stream out the way today. Before I get sick and never show my face on camera again. It's going to be a tough one today. I tried to do a little tester off stream. Because obviously, as you can tell, we're unboxing a lot of anime figures. You can see one in the back right now. And yo, Key, what's good, bro? Key, I feel like I've not seen you in about 2 years, mate. But yeah, the camera setup isn't ideal for what I'm about to do today. So this will probably look better on YouTube than it will on Swifty. That's good eyes, because that, like, you can barely even see over there. But yeah, this video will probably look better on YouTube for the Twitch chat. This is going up on YouTube. So if you do miss part of the stream, don't worry. You can watch it later on. But Swifty, on the topic of Nami-san, I have just finished Egghead, bro. Literally like 30 seconds before watching this stream, or before starting this stream, I watched the first episode of Elbaf. And yo, Egghead, bro, that might be I see Monkey and Luffy. Hey, okay, you've got good eyes, bro. But yeah, what was I saying? Egghead might be one of the best arcs in One Piece ever. Honestly, as a whole, it might be one of my favorite arcs ever, like hands down. I went out yesterday to buy a bunch of stuff for this video, and you know what? Let me get a YouTube intro out the way, because this is going to be all part of it. So, I was going to say a few months back. This was 7 months. Okay, well, basically, a few months ago, I did a video doing exactly what I'm doing today, opening anime figures, but they were all bootleg figures from Temu, however you want to pronounce this jarg website. Spent about $200 on fake anime bootleg figures, and the video did quite well, and it was really fun to just open figures on camera. So I went out and thought, why not do a part 2 of the opening anime figures from Temu, but this time with real figures. You know, a lot of the feedback in that last video was, I don't buy bootleg figures, don't support that. And I was like, you know what? I hear it. I don't support buying bootlegs either. After that video, all those figures went straight in the bin. I know the money's already spent, but the figures were garbage, you know? But today, we've got legit figures. I'm going to review them. I'm not like a... What's the word? Like a craftsman. I don't actually understand how figures are made. I'm no expert there. But... I'm no expert in figures, but I'm a fan of figures, you know, all shapes and sizes. Just not too big, though. Like some people from San Antonio. Anyway, we're opening anime figures today. I've spent about $400 on this, and this is not a money flex, by the way. This is just me having fun spending money, because I've been working a lot, you know, and, you know, what's the point in working if you don't spend the money that you make, you know what I mean? So, where do we even start? Let's go back to what I was saying to you, Swifty, before. So I went out literally yesterday to buy some more stock for this. Some of the figures you'll see today are like 2+ years old, so you might not even be able to buy them anymore. I plan to have links down below of the names and where to buy all these figures from if you do want to get them yourself, but some of them are like 2-3 years old, so you probably can't even get them. But yesterday I went out just to try and get some more stock, more content for the video. Got home and realized I only bought One Piece things. So there's going to be a lot of One Piece stuff in this video. If you're not a fan of One Piece, that's a shame. There's a lot of different fandoms we'll discover today though, or explore, because there's a good 7 figures, I would say, minimum, plus some little extra bits on top. But like I say, it's majority One Piece. Swifty, I've just caught up with Egghead, bro. That shit was sensational. That was sensational. Trying to think how to discuss a One Piece arc without spoiling is very difficult. But what I will say, Swifty, I got spoiled for One Piece while I was out figure shopping. Can you believe that? Like, when I went out yesterday, I was about 5 or 6 episodes away from being caught up to the anime and still got spoiled. Like, can you believe that, bro? One Piece is so crazy how you can get spoiled so easily because so much happens. There's so much going on. And yeah, I got spoiled by a figure. And honestly, if I had already seen the figure in the anime, I would have bought it 100% and it would have been getting open today on this video. But sadly, it was a spoiler. I hadn't seen that part yet. Cusick. Speaking of One Piece, Naru. 27 months is crazy. Just had an insane dream that Nameless streamed more than one time in a calendar year. Cusick, this might be more than one time in 1 month. Wasn't it only a few weeks ago we did the Anime Awards? I'm a changed man. But I appreciate you, bro. 27 months is ridiculous. That's like 2 years. Yeah, it is. It's not 3 years, is it? No. No, it's not. Anyway, Q, I appreciate it, bro. NFL draft tomorrow night. What? Next stream in 12 months' time. Georgia, make that 24 months. If it's 1 stream a year and I've done 2 this year, see you in 2028. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Swifty, what I will say very quickly, because I don't want to put spoilers in the video or even on the stream. All I'll say is Bonnie, G5, got that spoiled for me by a figure. Crazy. If I would have seen that happen naturally in the anime, I would have lost my mind, bro. But then I saw it on a figure and yeah. Disastrous. So. Let me think. Where do we start with this? So I bought a lot of blind boxes as well. I'm a big blind box fan. So yeah. Let's start there. I've got my very child-friendly and safe cutting knife to open some of these boxes. YouTube, don't like flag me for using dangerous weapons on camera. But like I say, a lot of these figures are from One Piece, and a lot of the blind boxes are from One Piece. So if you don't like it, deal with it. What was your reaction to the Kuma and Bonnie backstory? Honestly, Swifty, people built it up to me so much to be like, this is the saddest backstory in One Piece. So I was expecting, and I've cried like on nearly every single backstory in One Piece. So I was expecting, you know, to cry again. I watched the whole thing and didn't cry. And I was like, this is really messed up. It is sad and really messed up. But I didn't cry. Until I saw... Wait. Can you say the R word on Twitch? I don't even want to risk it. Okay, scrap that. Swifty, I watched the whole backstory, didn't cry until the very end. Okay? Till the very end when Kuma got back to Bonnie, and that's when it broke me, bro. And then I was finished. And then I listened to the intro song again, Akama to Tenshi, or Tenshi to Akama, yeah, this tune right here, right there. This one. So those 2 lines right there, I translated them, and it's filled with love, love that I can't write down in letters. And bro, I just cry every time I hear it now. Sorry, Georgia Girl. I will get to the opening in a moment. Um, but yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen that video where the fella says, "When was the last time you cried?" And he says, "When that kid hit those threes." I won't say what type of kid, but that's what I was gonna say before. Anyway, yeah, bro. Swifty, start of the backstory, bro. When his dad got clapped, I was like, damn, like that's what we doing off rip. It was crazy. What type of kid? I'm not gonna say what type of kid. He was a kid. Anyway, let's start with some blind boxes, and let's start with not a no key, no. Begins with an R, rhymes with. I don't even want to go there. So a few weeks ago, I was out and bought some Tokyo Ghoul blind boxes. Right, if you don't know, I'm a fan of Tokyo Ghoul. If you didn't know, if you didn't know, I'm a fan of Tokyo Ghoul. They had these Tokyo Ghoul acrylic stand blind bags, and it has pretty much every character in, and I like every character near enough in Tokyo Ghoul. I looked at the box and thought, there's only really two characters I wouldn't want to get from these blind bags, and that was Yone Boyashi. I don't even know if that's Shorty's name. I'm pretty sure it is, though, because I didn't really care for her in Ri. And Shirazu. Like, Shirazu, yeah, it was sad what happened to him and stuff, but I didn't really care. So I bought two of these blind bags. I opened them, and I got Shirazu and Yone Bayashi. So when I went back to the shop yesterday, I was obviously in a mood. So I bought another one. And this was the last one in the entire box. So, and they probably won't get these back in. So we're going to open it. It's a shame that there's only one. I wanted two. I wanted to get Kaneki. I wanted to get Furata, because obviously it's the Tokyo Ghoul one. But anyone I would take, apart from the two guys that I got. So if we got a duplicate now, maybe I'll just end the video, end the stream right there. But we're about to open. I should probably do this on camera, since that's the entire video. But who's it going to be? I'm going to show the camera first. I won't even be able to see this. Okay. We take that. Wait there, is that Uta or Furata? It's Furata. We'll take that. We'll take it, because that's who I wanted, honestly. If I told you I wanted a normal life, would you laugh? Type shit, I've seen the Uta version of this stand, and it looks exactly the same. That's why I was like, who is that? While it's flipped on camera. But that's a good start. I love blind boxes. It scratches a gambling itch in my brain. And it feels like a guaranteed win every time, unless you get the two characters you didn't want. But I've developed a bit of a thing for acrylic stands, I'm not going to lie. We start off with Furata. That is his name, isn't it? Why do I feel like every time I've said that, that's not his name? Am I a fake Tokyo Ghoul fan? It's Furuta. Okay, I got the wrong syllable. Bro doesn't know the like... That's actually kind of crazy. Let's do it again, take two. Hey, we got Furuta. No way. Anyway, that's a good start. I'll take that. And I will put it on top of my Tokyo Ghoul complete box set. Because if you didn't know, I'm a fan of Tokyo Ghoul. Look at my boy Seido Takuzawa. I just nearly punched the camera then. But yeah, I've developed a bit of a thing for acrylic stands, which I was never normally into. Next up on the anime haul, I guess kind of an anime, but more of a video game. I got two more acrylic stands from Nier Automata. It's Devila and Popula. If you don't know, these two, just the best. And these are sick. It's like a 2-tier acrylic stand, so it looks 3D. And it's gonna look sick, because I love Nier, Nier Replicant is better than Nier Automata. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Or maybe not better, but I prefer Replicant to Automata. It's a controversial opinion. Shout out to Sarah, my tattoo artist, though, who shared the same opinion with me. And she was the first person I've met who had that opinion. So, I can't get the security tag off. Where's the knife? Okay, let's just cheat. Yo, this was like £7. Why is there a security tag on it? Okay. There we go. I feel like there's going to fall apart. Is that not part of the thing? Oh, I thought that was all part of the stand. Wait, so how does this even work? I thought that was part of the stand, like there's the background, but it's not. You just pop it out of this. Let's just break it. Okay, I'm definitely going to break it. What is this? I've never bought an acrylic stand before. Is this normal? Is this how they come? Just in the plastic? And you've got to pop it out? I feel like I'm going to break it. Let's just cheat as crazy. Just don't tell me wife key. You didn't hear me say it. Gacha Yakuza. You know what, Swifty? I was going to get a Gacha Yakuza figure for this video today, since it's new and popular, and then I didn't end up getting it. And I'm going to break this joint. I'm only going to show one of these acrylic stands because it's going to be the same thing, but this is my new obsession, okay? Now, a lot of people are going to ask me at the end of this video, damn, that's a lot of figures, where are you going to put them? I do not know. I have no idea where I'm going to put them. So please don't ask me questions like that, which I don't know the answers to. But this is really cool. I like it. It looks better in person because it's like 3D. Like there's a gap between the two stands. But this is Deviler, and obviously the popular one's going to look exactly the same. And it's going to go next to it. And it's really cool. I just don't like the way this is like how it came. Do you know what I mean? I thought this was part of the base that it stood on. But this is just now a piece of plastic. What am I supposed to do with this? Do you know what I mean? A little seagull is probably going to get its head in there after I throw this away. And then choke and die. Poor little seagull. Yo, chat, I've just called up on chat. You guys are crazy. Send me any of the One Piece ones you can't fit in there. Unfortunately, the One Piece ones, I went so crazy, Swifty, on them. Because I know for a fact, whatever house I live in when I'm older, whatever house I live in, I don't know what that means. It's gonna have a One Piece shrine, bro. So the One Piece ones are staying with me, unfortunately. So speaking of One Piece, should we do a One Piece blind box? Actually, let's stay on the topic of gaming. We just did Nier Automata. Let's do one of my other favorite games, Persona 5. We got these little gachapons from Persona 5, and spoilers because you can see who's inside. I thought this was going to be a blind box that you can open on camera, get a live reaction. Lucas just tried to put in the chat, when is FIFA back? Unfortunately, Lucas, FIFA is a banned word in this chat. Yeah, I'm going to allow it for now because it helps the algorithm getting comments in the chat. FIFA's not coming back. Not right now anyway. So I'll see you in September. I don't want to hear that question until then. Thank you very much, Lucas. But yeah, like I was saying, I thought these would be blind boxes I could open on stream, but you can literally see who's inside. So after I opened the box with them, I was like, damn, I already know who I've got. So let me get this open and then I'll show you, because if you don't know, you can get to know. I'm sorry if that came across a bit mean, Lucas, but I don't like people asking that question. Hence why we banned the word FIFA in the Twitch chat. You know, I made a whole One Piece level story talking about generations and King of the Pirates and all of that. And it still wasn't good enough for some people. And some people still wanted more. But greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. And as we pop this open, or maybe we don't, I just snapped it. Nice. No worries, I watch One Piece. Lucas, you will love this video then, because we have plenty of One Piece figures we're about to open today. Anyway, as we open this Persona 5 blind box, we got my girl Makoto. Like, Makoto, bro, if you don't like Makoto, I don't like you. She's asleep. She's a little sleeping beauty. She's like 15. Ban the word blind. Okay, how else are we going to call these? Boxes which you can't... We've got some Stevie Wonder boxes coming up today. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you play Persona 5. Who did you romance? Was it Makoto? I went for the doctor, Takemi, and I fumbled. You know, they say that games are supposed to be an escape from reality, and I fumbled a baddie in Persona 5. Hit too close to home. That one did. Doctor, I hardly know her. But that's our first box ball out the way. I'm not allowed to say the word B. We've got another Stevie Wonder box coming up though. Now this one, I can already tell who's inside there. Now the options to choose from with these Persona 5 Stevie Wonder bags was all the girls plus Akechi Goro. So I was kind of hoping for Anne, because when I fumbled Takumi, I went for Anne. Anne was the first girl that you meet in Persona 5. She's cute. I like the outfit. I know. I like what's the girl's name as well? I can't even remember. The Shutaway girl. Anyway, we didn't get one of the girls. We got motherfucking Akechi Goro. We got Akechi Goro. Now, this is some people's favorite character, and I get it. He is well written. But I don't fuck with the outfit. Is that just me? I don't mess with the outfit. And he's the only one with his eyes open. Do you know what I mean? These are supposed to be. Way that I just put Makoto, she's asleep. Like, these are supposed to be asleep, right? We've got this deviant Akechi who's got one eye open when he's sleeping. One eye. My throat's too sore to hit the note. But he's got one eye open when he's sleeping. What is he up to? Does he know? So I was a bit disappointed with those, honestly. Because it just ruined the surprise, you know, when you don't know who you're getting. That's when it's fun. That's when it's really fun. But the fact that I already knew it was going to be Akechi Goro and Makoto, you know, I appreciate that, Lucas. And we sipping tonight, so yeah. Don't go too crazy on the hydrates, because this will get out of hand. So, we've got a few more blind boxes before we get to the big boys. Let's get this rolling. Next up, we have the Chocorin collection. Don't know what Chocorin means or is, but this is obviously a One Piece blind box, if you couldn't tell. Oh, I said the word. Sorry, Kay. I bought one of these the other week, and I got my favorite member of the crew, Roronoa Zoro. So, if we get Zoro again, Swifty, you can have him. The options are, as you can see on the side, Jewelry Bonnie. We've got Vegapunk 2, Lilith. I can't say her name ever. Lilith is how it's pronounced in English. Borsalino at the bottom. If we get Borsalino, I'm going to set him on fire. Monkey D. Luffy, obviously, I would love Luffy. And we got Nami-san. So I would take out of this anyone apart from Borsalino, which means, chat, we get in Borsalino. But if we do, I'm setting him on fire. I don't like Borsalino. I don't like any of the admirals. I actually do like Aokiji though. But I don't know what he's doing with Blackbeard and them. Anyway, let's not get into spoiler territory. Let's open this blind box. I've just ripped it. Nice. Who's it going to be? I'll let the camera see first again. Who's that? Oh, it's Jewelry Bonnie. Let's go. Let's go. That is nice. That is nice. Especially after just finishing Egghead. We'll take that. Now, Swifty, if you're still in the chat, bro, I went out specifically to look for a Jewelry Bonnie figure plus a Bartholomew Kuma. Kuma. Why am I butchering these names? I literally know Japanese. Kuma. I went to get a Kuma figure. They had no Kuma figures, but on the topic of Bonnie, look at this. Look at this. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Like, I wanted to get this figure and get a giant Kuma figure. So when I display it, I can have Kuma behind with this little Bonnie figure in front. And she's got the picture of her dad. So we'll open that in a moment. But we've got another One Piece blind box. And it is the Nyan Piece little cat one. I love these One Piece cats. I can't even lie. Let's see who we've got in these. Borsalino again. Sentomaru, Rob Lucci. We've got Kuma. If we get Kuma in this, chat, it's gonna go crazy. We've got, again, Lilith. We've got Dr. Vegapunk. We've got Jewelry Bonnie, and Luffy is hidden behind there. A Swifty, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That scene was fire. That scene was fire. If you've got time to sit on your ass and criticize me, why don't you get your ass to the island, you damn brat? Love that scene. Borsalino maybe is goated. Is he? I don't know. Third cutest thing I've ever seen, just behind my two co-hosts. Q, you're such a sweet talker, honestly. But let's open this though. I have a lot of these already, by the way, of these like Nyan Piece, One Piece figures. We've got the GOAT, Edward Newgate. Yeah. We've got Dressrosa, Monkey D. Luffy. So if we get Luffy again, I'll be a bit disappointed because we've already got a little cat, Luffy. The first one I ever got, Eustace Captain Kidd. I love this one because I love Captain Kidd. And also, this one's quite dope because it's massive. We got a little Kaido. So, who do I want out of this one? Low-key, I want Kuma. I low-key want Dr. Vegapunk. I think Vegapunk is actually goated. Not got a scar on his back. Which one? Oh, Whitebeard. Was that a Whitebeard reference? That is disgusting. How dare you with my goat? But I can't get these boxes open. Chat, who's it going to be? Please be Kuma. Please be Kuma. Who's that in there? You can't even see. Okay, it's Luffy. I guess we'll take a Luffy. I guess. I mean, we've already got Luffy Dressrosa Luffy, but I guess we'll take an Egghead Luffy. Low-key, Luffy's my favorite character in the show, so I will take a Luffy, but still, that's like damn out of everyone. Someone I've already got type shit, you know? But oh well. And the last blind box we got was another One Piece item. So if you don't like One Piece, I'm sorry. We'll get to some other stuff in a moment. But this is like a metal bottle cap. I shouldn't have even bought this. It was a waste of money. But this is a blind box. There's 20 to collect. I probably couldn't even name 20 characters right now. And who did we get? Luffy. Again. Is this Luffy really? Or is that just a card? Oh, we got another Luffy. Nice. Nice. That's a big bottle cap. That's like, what? Who's drinking out of a bottle that size, mate? This is cool though. We got a little like hollow card with it. Does this sell? Anyone? Let Logan Paul find out about these, and then let's get that one on eBay. But yeah, that was fun. I guess I'm a bit disappointed with the Luffy cat. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually really like disappointing because I've already got a Luffy cat. I really want a Kuma, you know. I really want a Kuma. But beggars can't be choosers. Let's get this Jewelry Bonnie open. And we can move on from One Piece for now. But this, if you know the context of this figure, if you don't know why I've bought this, then it won't make any sense, you know. You'll send me your address for the Swifty cat, I was going to say. We're going to open blind boxes today of our Twitch chat. The possible people are Q, Swifty, Crab, Georgia Ghoul, and this is way smaller than I expected it to be. Damn, did I get scammed? Let me know in the comments below. Did I get scammed? Look how small this is. Are you kidding me? Look at this packaging. For how small it is. I'm thinking it's the size of the box. This was $10.99. Bro, are you kidding? Are you kidding? That's like half the size of the box. Bro, the picture on the box is bigger than the figure. That's insane. That still would be really cute though if I had a giant Kuma figure to go behind her. Because in One Piece, Kuma is like 8 foot tall. He should be down in the paint defending DeAndre Ayton. Ayton of DeAndre. Okay, I don't know about that. Do you? Anyway, where were we? I got some One Piece cards yesterday as well, which I was going to open on stream, but they weren't even worth it. I ripped them anyway, and they were trash. But yeah, like I say, all the stuff that I'm opening, there's going to be links down below for the names of them and stuff. So if you want to get in on them, feel free to. And I think it's time to just get into the big figures now. So we're going to head away from One Piece for a moment, because I know a lot of people are probably exhausted already. And let's get into everyone's favourite shonen, which just finished season 3 and was absolutely sensational. I showed this figure off last stream. Let me know in the comments, by the way, your favourite figure I showed today. I've got a feeling this one is going to be it for a lot of people. We have the Satoru Gojo versus Fushiguro Toji from the Hidden Inventory arc, right? This figure is just sick. It's upside down. I've never seen an upside down figure before. We're going to rip it, see how the stand looks. Me when I watch JoJo's. And yeah, We're going to see how it looks upside down. See how the balance is too. You ever buy a figure and it just doesn't stand up because the balance is off with the weight distribution? It's the worst thing ever. But, oh, this feels low-key bad because this has been in the box for like a year. Oh, this joint's massive. Where am I even going to put all of this? I don't know. But this is huge. Nameless Hourglass is crazy, Key. What are we talking about? Oh, man. So, yo, Satoru. Bro, his legs are just chilling there. Yams, low-key. Yeah, let's get this open. How's this even... So he's in part. I thought he'd be all together and then we put the base together, but I guess we got to build him. Fuck this, I'm using the knife. I'm cheating all the way, chat. I did not think this through with how this is going to look on camera. What the hell is that? You can't even see any of this. This is poor. What is that? What the hell is that? It's just like a stick. It's a stick. Okay, we've got like his head and his body, and then there's like a leg or something stuck in the box. Or is this on the back? It's on the back. Okay, that's his arm, just chilling on the back, doing hollow purple. I am making such a mess. All I can think about while making this video right now is cleaning up afterwards, and I'm already dreading it. I'm sorry for how much noise this may or may not be. I can't hear what you guys hear, so that might sound crazy. I apologize. Let's get this out then. We've got Gojo's big ass legs. I don't remember his legs being spread eagle like that. What the... What the hell? Okay. And then we have the face. Does it look like Satoru Gojo? I guess. The hair's really good. The face is a bit like... Damn, I guess he's supposed to be upside down anyway, so... Like, you can tell it's Gojo. You know what I mean? The hair's actually really cool. But... How does his arm go in? Okay, let's put his day on. We've got to dock his day. The day is attached. Why did I just do a close-up of it? I don't know. But, yeah, there we go. Satoru Gojo, he is doing, like, the craziest backflip ever. That backflip, though. What is going on? We're only at the beginning. This is going to be the longest video ever, by the way. I thought this was going to be quick. I was going to try and make this quick. No chance. YouTube, I'm going to have to cut so much for this. And there's so much shit on the floor already. This is a disaster. Okay, so this is the stand where he goes in. If we attach the base first, literally just a cheap plastic stand, by the way. I'm excited to see what the stands look like because I'm a big stand user, you know? The stand user could be anyone. They've got like triple extra protection wrapping on his hollow purple fingers as if he's actually doing it in real life and they've got to try and protect the buyer. What's with that? Like it's triple layered sellotaped up on a Tuesday. Okay, there we go. So for everyone who ever wondered what an up-close look at Satoru Gojo's fingers looked like, probably Alicia. There you go. That is Gojo's fingers right there. Let's put his arm in. My favorite character from Attack on Titan. Armin. Hella ass. The sun's still out. There we go. What? Low-key yams. Low-key got him yammed up. Yo, this is scary. That's where it's going in, like right at the top of his back. And look at the legs. Is that right? This feels like it just shouldn't work. This is the tallest figure of all time. I thought the stand would go in on his ass. It feels like it's not going in, but it's supposed to be upside down, right? Surely it's not supposed to go in like that. No. Chat, I can't get it in the hole. Am I dumb or stupid? I think I'm both. This feels so risky. This is the craziest figure I've ever bought. This is so tall. I've just hit the mic with it. Like, look how tall this is. And it's not even in all the way. Like, the thing on his back won't go in all the way. This is a wild figure. This looked better on the box, I'm not going to lie. His legs are on such an angle. Like, I don't know how to feel about this. But we do love Gojo. I guess. Where the hell am I going to put this, lad? On the floor? It'll be touching the ceiling. But that is the Jujutsu Kaisen Satoru Gojo. Look at all this empty space between the stand and where the stand goes into him. That's what I'm confused about. Because there shouldn't be that much empty space, I feel like. But then it shouldn't go in that way, because that wouldn't make sense to have him just pure thrusting towards the camera. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It definitely goes upside down. But it's shaking when you move your hands. That's what I'm concerned about, is him just falling off. Okay, he's quite sturdy. No, he's not. Anyway, that one's going back in the box. That was fun. Thank you, Mr. Gojo. I am taking your lower half. Pause. That was crazy. What is he talking about? Okay, I'm back. You probably saw a major ball patch then, didn't you? Well, Satoru Gojo. Should we move on to another member of the Dark Trilogy? Dark Trio? What did they used to call it, bro? JJK, Hell's Paradise, and Chainsaw Man. It was called like the Shonen Dark Fantasy Magical Trilogy or something. But anyway, we've got Worst Girl, Makima. This is the Glitter and Glamours Makima. Now, Glitter and Glamours make big figures. This is Sun died because this has been on my window ledge for like 2 years. Genuinely 2 years. I remember the day I bought this. I also bought another one of the figures we'll open next on the same day as this Makima figure. That's a lie. Story behind this one, I saw it in the shop, went home, didn't buy it, thought about it all night at home, went back to the shop the next day to buy it. Because I thought, damn, I wish I would have got it. But yeah, Glitter and Glamours, if you're not familiar, they do a lot of like girl figures. Like tall girls. I saw a Nami one yesterday when I was at the shop. Not this one behind me, but a different Nami one. Was really considering buying it. I went with a different tall woman figure though, not Glitter and Glamours. I've just opened the box. There is so much empty space. These companies are just wasting money with the packaging because there is so much empty space. This is actually insane. Like, this is what she's come in, is just in this. You could have just given me that. But then the rest of the box is just nothing. This was probably about 30 quid, this one as well. For context. I don't even know if there's a stand with this. The best I'd be. In fact, nah, she's got shoes on, so she should be able to stand up. Keys just left the chat because she's got shoes on. He was hoping she wouldn't. There is a stand in there. And just like Gojo, her arm is detached. But this is a good figure. This is a good figure. This is better than the Gojo one already. Let me rip it open and show you. Get the up close. I'll probably have on the YouTube video pictures from my phone so you can get better detail. But the face, really good. It won't focus on the camera. How the hell am I twisting this? There we go. Not in focus, but the face is good. The eyes have good detail. The hair's a little bit light. You know, it's not as like jet red as I thought it was gonna be. Like my girl Devila over here, I thought it'd be like this color. It's a bit bleached. Maybe that's because it's been sat in the sun for so long. Will it stand without the stand? No. That's what I'm talking about, weight distribution with these figures. We're going to have to get the stand, and we're going to have to put her arm on too, because I've just realised, just like red hair Shanks, she is armless. Shanks catching a stray for no reason. That's still so crazy that Shanks got his arm chopped off, bro, by some big sea monster when he can use Conqueror's Haki. Like, what are we doing? So, this is one of the worst stands ever, where it's just 2 dots and you have to put the feet into it, because usually it never works. It's always off by a few centimeters, but a perfect fit. Perfect. Now let's put the arm in. Make sure it's going the right way. Arm in. I know that guy from Attack on Titan, right? Way. Anyway. The arm slides in perfectly. And there we have Makima. This is a good figure. This is a good figure to have on display in front of your Chainsaw Man manga. And that's what exactly mine is going. How about the yams? Low-key, the Gojo figure was yammed up a bit more than this, which is kind of crazy given Makima. But Makima wasn't even that yammed up, you know? That was mainly the fan art of Makima that made it like... I can't even keep a straight face with conversations like that, but... Low-key yams there, but yeah. This might be my new favourite prop to use on stream. Like, chat, mods, can we ban that guy right there? Ban him immediately. This is going to be my new favourite prop to use. The Professor of Posteriors is crazy. We're going to leave Makima in frame though. That's kind of hard, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of hard right there. I like this figure. This is my favourite one. I thought the Gojo one was going to be my favourite. I like this one better than the Gojo one right now, as it stands. Let me know in the comments what you think, of course. But this is a good figure. And she's going back in the box to make room for the next 2, which come as a little bit of a pair. So, let me take a quick drinks break. You know what? We're going to the figure that I bought the day before I got that Makima, because these 2 hold a special place in my heart, a very special time in life, you know, very special people around who aren't around anymore. They're not dead, they're just in a relationship. Yo, we have the Elden Ring Figure Arts mini action figure, Blade the Half Wolf. Or Blythe. It's Blythe, isn't it? Blythe. How do you pronounce double D? And I'm not talking about my favourite snack. You thought I was reaching for something else? You just want to see this Nami, don't you? You're dying to see this Nami and Swifty. I understand it. Swifty, I've just seen Nami's outfit in Elbath. I understand it. But yeah, man, this is my favourite character in Elden Ring, him and Ranni the Witch. So this one, again, special to me because I love Blythe or Blady. Low-key Blady, because he's double D. But let's see how his double Ds look once we take him out of the packaging. I would have loved to get a Ranni the Witch matching with this one, but unfortunately we couldn't get that. Now there's a lot of moving parts in this. There's a lot of, like, what's the word? Oh, shit. I've just really broke it. There's, like, different faces, I think, and stuff that you can put on this one, so I'm a bit scared to actually get it out. Oh, shit, I'm losing his arm. What the hell? Okay. Now, this is where you get me. Mini swords. Look at this. Blady's sword. And another figure with the arm detached. What is going on? It must be a trend that your figures come without arms. I've got to buy a Shanks figure one day. I hate myself. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with this. He's got like a plastic poncho on his head. Am I supposed to just cut this off? Pretty sure it's Blythe. I think it is because it's Welsh, right? But just because he's a big wolf with a sword, Blade just made sense for his name. Do you know what I mean? First time chatter, what's good, bro? What even is your name? Dampenation Gaming. What's good, bro? Always love to see a first time chatter. It might be your first and last time, given the stream schedule that I have, bro, but it's good to see a first time chatter. What the hell is that? What have I just opened? What is that? What's that supposed to be used for? I don't know, but we have a little plastic stand. We've got a little Blade who has a hole in his back to go on the stand. I'm not even going to bother putting him on the stand. But there we go. He's got one eye closed. He's doing the Rock, the people's eyebrow. If you smell what the Blythe is cooking. Chat, be honest, does this look like me? Like, low-key. Does this look like me? There are two wolves inside of you. One of them is gay. So, let's move on, because this is way too much hassle. Chat, I love a good 2-year-old reference. Honestly. But this was cool. I'm gonna put this up. I'll probably put a picture in the YouTube video. If you want to see what it looks like, check the YouTube video. It'll be on the screen right now. And I'll probably find out off camera what the hell this thing is. But, cool little figure right there. I like it. I like it. Don't know where it ranks amongst us. Among us? I don't know where it ranks among us. What is wrong with this guy? Is this your streamer? Chat, I am after an Among Us reference, I'm gonna go to the toilet. And we'll be right back for some of the best figures you will see today. Okay. Quick intermission. Oh dear, I'm still here, I guess. But look at this. We haven't had this screen on for so long. They're going merry. Wow, okay, where's my intermission screen? Be right back. There we go. Okay, we're back. Let's go. So, nobody laughed at my Among Us joke, which I'm very disappointed about. By the way, if you didn't clock the t-shirt, you probably can't. This is my brutality. It's got Rhea Ripley on the back and new Women's World Champion. Fresh off the Mania W. Anyway, Swifty, we're going to satisfy you, bro. Pause. What does he mean by that? How old are you now, Swift? How old are you now? Anyway, we're going to satisfy Swifty because we are going to rip open the One Piece Egghead version Nami Shuko figurine. I believe that's what it's called. One Piece Nami, the Shuko prize figure Egghead Island version. This looks like a very good Nami figure. Now, I saw the matching figure, the Shuko Nico Robin, in the store yesterday. Didn't really look like Nico Robin in the face. The face was a bit butchered. Now, this face on the Nami figure is looking sound. The Glitter and Glamour's Makima, which I was very impressed with. I saw the Glitter and Glamour Nami, was not that impressed with it, didn't really look like Nami. So this one, I'm hoping, once I open the box, it will look like Nami, because the face is a big thing with figures, you know. That's where I think the money is made with figures, is the face. How good is the print and the paint job on that face? Because if you saw my last video where we bought the figures from Temu, you know, some of the faces were hideous. There was a Kitagawa Marin figure that I got, which actually gave me nightmares. You know what I mean? The face was that ugly. But I'd let Nami steal all my shit. That is so real, Swifty. Nami is best girl, possibly. Oh, by the way, no one told me in Elbaf Robin gets the fringe back. Like, what are we doing? Okay, again, just a lot of wasted space. This is just like the Makima figure. Or is this just how anime figures are boxed? I don't really open that many figures. Like I say, some of these have been sat here for 2+ years. So most of my figures stay in the box. And honestly, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I have nowhere to put any of these. So as we take Nami out of the box, I was wondering whether this one would come with a stand. Simply because the Egghead like outfits, you can see there, they have these giant like future boots on. So I was wondering if it would come with a stand or if you just stand up. And yeah, there is just a plastic black stand in there. Bit disappointing in that. Not because it's black, but oh, just because when I made the, I don't even want to get it up, but if you saw my bootleg Temu video, you would see the Kitagawa Marin figure that I actually really liked. The base of it was fire, and it said "My Dress Up Darling" on the bottom of it, and it was fire. Whereas this is just a basic ass black stand. You know what I mean? Me when I'm fighting the weakest guy in JoJo's. I always used to watch your FC career mode from YouTube. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort into that. And that was a good time in life, you know. My creative juices were flowing. Sadly, the money in the bank was not. If I never stopped that career mode, I would never have made this video today. I wouldn't have had the funds for it. So, you know, don't smile because it's over. Be sad because it happened. That's definitely not the saying. That's the complete opposite of what the saying is. This is tiny, right? This Nami is tiny. This came, by the way, from the Crunchyroll store, the official Crunchyroll store, which in the UK has like no stock. If you go on the American website, the Crunchyroll store has so much stuff. But in the UK, there's like hardly anything on there. And the US store doesn't ship to the UK. Very basic print on the boots. The boots are just all one colour. I thought the little button in the middle there would have a different colour because they can actually press that and twist these things in Egghead to fly and shit like that. I suppose this was quite a cheap figure. This was £28. That's a decent amount of money. Honestly. But you get what you pay for with these figures, you know. Let's check the yams. The yams ain't really there. But the face is good, though. And that's the main thing, right? The face is good. Her little antenna's a bit twisted at the side, but I guess that comes from being in a box. The hair at the back, sound. The headset, sound. It's got the little tattoo on the arm, sound. The log pose, I know it's very small on the wrist, not much detail and action going on there. My fingers look huge compared to her. But yeah, this is Nami from One Piece. They did her justice. She is very pretty. I will say that they've done her justice in that regard. How the hell does this base go in? The back of the base is raised, so I'm wondering which foot that is. Key come back, we're looking at the feet. And yeah, this is very difficult to get in. This is why I hate these kind of bases. See, it shouldn't be that difficult. They should just be cut to size and fucking go in. But I guess, there we go. That's a nice figure. I will have this one on display. Oh shit, wait there, hold on. Swifty, you're gonna have to help me with some One Piece lore right now. What's the name of Nami's staff? What's the name of Nami's staff? Because we also did get a little replica staff, which is very cool. I like it getting the weapons. I have a Zorro figure, and you can take the 3 swords out of his waistband, and it's like the most satisfying thing ever. Let's see how we can get this in our hand then. The Cloud is Zeus, I know that. But I thought the actual thing might have had a name. Nami, can you open your hand, please? I'm just trying to give you something. I promise it's not weird. Okay, this is hella awkward. Is this even the right hand it's supposed to go in? Yeah, it's the off hand it's supposed to go in. But she just won't grab it. Okay, it's in, I guess. I'm trying to show you the fingers there. It's not really, like, designed to actually grab the thing. It's kind of awkward because the way her hand is gone, it kind of wants you to point the stick between her legs. Climb attack. It sure is Swifty W knowledge right there. Climb attack. And bonus points. Who made it for her? Have I broke one of the fingers or something? Why is she just not holding this? That'll do, I think. That'll do. This is a nice figure. I like it. Still probably think the what's her name? I was going to say the Nami figure. Still probably think the Makima figure is my favourite so far. Oh, that's a nice figure right there of Nami-san. We'll come back to some One Piece figures in a bit. I don't want to bore everyone with a bunch of One Piece stuff because we did that at the start. Let's move on to a little duo figure set. We've only got 4 left, so we're getting through it. It was indeed Usopp. Good knowledge. So, this show has just finished its 3rd season, and I was a big fan of the 3rd season. Right up until the end, they kind of lost me a little bit. Final season coming out next year. Let's see how they redeem it. But I've got 2 figures from this show from season 1. These have been sat in my room collecting dust, and it's time to finally open them and see what the base looks like. We have Ari Makana and Hoshino Ruby from, of course, everyone's favourite idol group, B Komachi. The Oshinoko duo figure set, Hoshino Ruby, Ari Makana. There was a 3rd Memcho figure when I went to buy these, but at the time, didn't really care about Memcho, not gonna lie. But if you're looking to buy any of these figures yourself, if your Oshi is Memcho, you can actually buy the Memcho figure. This is, of course, the end of season 1 when they have the little idol show. That's where these outfits are from. So if that's your favorite scene, favorite characters, Memcho, you can get a Memcho figure. But you won't be seeing it today because we only got the Ruby figure and best girl Ari Makana. Best girl right there. Come on. That was from a blind box as well, so we love to see it. Same blind box, we also got 2nd best girl, Kurokawa Akane. I always forget Akane's 2nd name. Was it Logetown or Alabaster when he made Climb Attacked? That's a good question. I don't remember. I actually do not remember that. I feel like Nami's just had that for ages and done nothing with it until she got Zeus from Big Mom. Can I talk about One Piece very quickly, Swifty? The Gorosei, the 5 elders, trash! They built them up to be these big aura farmers, and I was scared of those guys. They got to Egghead, did nothing. They did nothing on Egghead, bro. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, I'm very scared that these Oshinoko figures are just going to be big black bases again. And it is. And these are the big black bases where it's hard to display figures, multiple figures with these bases because they are so big and they take up so much space. But no added drama, no extra pieces. It's literally just Hoshino Ruby and the base. So let's put her in. put me in coach and we'll see how she looks. Holy Knight better. See, the thing is though, Swifty, they built up the Gorosei to be like scary. I feel like One Piece does a good job of building people up to be scary. I remember when I first started watching the 7 Warlords of the Sea, I was shook. When Mihawk pulled up to Baratie, I was shook. And then you find out the 7 Warlords are nothing. Wait till you hear about these 4 Emperors, and I was like, 4 Emperors? Yonko? Are you kidding me? And then it was like, oh, but there's actually the Gorosei. And I was like, those guys, every time you see them, just aura farming. And then you get that little glimpse of them. Anyway, too much talk about One Piece right now. I love it, Swifty, but I'll have to come back to it. Let me put the base on here for Hoshino Ruby. And I'll quickly inspect this figure. It's okay, I guess. The face, you've got the obviously star in the eye. Very difficult to focus on a MacBook camera, but I guess it's everything you'd expect a figure like this to be. Just a big base, cute little Oshinoko tribute. You've got the star in the eye, which is the main thing. The hair looks sound. Bit of a Kitagawa Marin blend paint job on the back with the blonde and pink. But yeah. No, we're not showing Yams for this one because she's like 14. Do you know what I mean? So if that's what you're into, endgame yourself immediately. You need to see what just happened in the manga. I know what just happened in the manga because manga readers are insufferable. So any show that has a manga, which is like 90% of shows, I probably already know what happens because manga readers can't keep their mouths shut. But I know what Emu looks like. I know what Emu looks like. Let's get to my best girl, Arima Kana. This one's going to be hard to mess up. Low-key more detail in the face because there's 2 eyes going on there with special stuff in them. Kana's eyes, by the way, in the anime, anytime Kana has a scene, they go ridiculous with the animation on their eyes. I'm saying with Akane, but Arima, like anytime you see an Arima Kana scene, just look at the detail in her eyes. Oh, the chapter that released yesterday. Okay, Swifty, don't say too much, bro. But Swifty, now that I'm at Elbaf, I'm gonna read the manga, bro, because I don't want to wait for it to catch up. But since I finished the arc I was in, being Egghead in the anime, I'm gonna read Elbaf. Only problem is, Swifty, I don't like how quickly the manga goes through stuff, bro. Like in the anime, there's a lot of fluff, but there's a lot of good fluff at the same time. Like they extend a lot of scenes that make it more emotional. And for some reason, Arima Kana has like 7 parts, whereas Hoshino Ruby, I don't know why I keep calling them by full names as well, by the way. But like, look at this, bro. We've got the base, we've got the body, we've got whatever the hell's in there. And then her head is just dangling. That's low-key scary. What does she have in there? Does she have a mic? No? So I don't even know what that extra piece could be. But we'll open it and maybe there's only 1 piece. This guy, man. Is this your streamer? Is this your king? This guy can't even open bags. Shout out to the ASMR lovers, by the way, who are probably really enjoying the noise right now. What is that? That's a hand. There's a hand in there. Okay, Kira Yoshikage made this figure. Why is their hand dangling? We had a trend on the other figures that they had an arm missing. Kana's took it a little step different, and her whole hand is missing. Does anybody know the copy pasta for Kira Yoshikage? Low-key pigeon-toed. Okay, that's the first thing I notice here with Kana. Pigeon-toed. Low-key, all the autistic girls are. And, wow, okay, look at this. Look at this. So you've got 2 dots there for the feet. We put 1 foot in. And the second one I had to stretch to get to. That's a immediate point deduction right there. The outfit, cheap. It looks cheap. The head, cursed. That looks like something from Ito Junji. Why is the neck so long? The detail on the eyes is alright, I guess. This feels like quite a cheap figure. Now, none of these figures cost more than maybe $30. That's a lie. So I guess you are paying for what you get, but you could either go crazy and spend $100 on one figure, or get multiple figures for $30 each. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I keep saying dollars too. It was not a hand, it was a whole arm. Again, she's back to it. Stop. Get some help. Let's put the arm in. Like the guy from Attack on Titan. Am I right, chat? And there we have Ari Makana. This is cute. Where's Ruby? We have Bikomachi. I wish, because this is the same figure set, I wish the base is connected. That would just make sense. But they don't. And yeah. Ruby looks a few inches taller. Is that canon? I don't know. But we have there. Hoshino Ruby desu. Arimakana desu. What is wrong with me? Okay, that was weird. There's a figure I really want. It's a Whitebeard and Kaido figure. Bro, there's a shop in London, Swifty, called Animetal. They ship figures in from Japan. So it's like the best figures you will ever see in your life. You need to rob a bank? You need to rob a bank to shop there because the figures are like 800 quid. But like, there's some of the Kaido, some of the Whitebeard ones, mate. Honestly, it's so sick. Problem is though, they import every figure from Japan. So like this Ari Makana figure, which was like £25 UK money, in there is like 60 quid. And it's like, what the hell? I can get this for 25 quid up north. You know what I mean? But it's because they import everything from Japan. Now, perhaps my favorite figure of the day. We've got two figures left, and it's perhaps my favorite two of this video. We've saved the best till last. Let's start off with... Nah, we'll save the most expensive figure for last. Let's move in to the King of Artist, Monkey D. Luffy Gear 5. This figure is so sick. I debated getting this figure. I left the shop without it. Then I thought about it for so long, I had to go back and get it. Because this is my peak. This is my peak. Gear 5. Then you thought of me, Swifty, you're not on my mind all the time. Just every minute of the day. But I'm excited to see how this figure looks because, of course, it is King of Artists, which means it's gonna look sick, the paint job wise. But it's Luffy like laughing and falling over backwards. So I'm like, how does this stand up? How long is it? What is... That's what she asked, and I said not very. Okay, I can't even get this out of the box. What's going on? This is actually stuck. Bro, Luffy, come on. Jesus Christ. How is that so difficult? He's supposed to be made of rubber. I should have just pulled him and he'd come out. But, yeah. What, will I get copyright on YouTube for this? Will I get copyright on YouTube for this? That is the question. Swifty. The rubber melted. If you know this trap where this is heading, I don't want to start opening it until now. Okay. You can see the little straw hat sticking up there. This is looking nice already. Okay, there's a stand. There is a stand. It's a black stand. I can hear the drums of liberation for the first time in 800 years. Oh, Swifty, you said it. We've got legs in the packet this time, not arms. Legs. Joy Boy has returned. Yo, this figure is sick. This is big too. This is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Yo, let me pause that now because I don't want to. I don't want to get a copyright claimed, but low-key, let's just do it again. Let's just do it again, Swifty, while we setting it up. Bro, Joy Boy has returned. Let me put it together and then I'll show you it. Yo, this music gets me so pumped. Nika, the sun god. Joy Boy. Where's Key in the chat to say he is a Joy Boy? Yo, I heard this song live at the One Piece concert with a live orchestra and they were flashing the lights and I felt like I was going Gear 5. If you get to experience the One Piece concert at any time in your life, do it. Because that experience right there, I will never forget. I don't know how many people were in the audience, but they had like karaoke for Bink Sake at 1.2. You know, the Brooks song. Life experience I will never forget. What? This is so hype. Joy Boy has returned. Let me get the legs in. Anyone want to see his grippers? There you go. Any freaks out there? Dun, 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 dun. And the other foot for any freaks out there for free. Q, that's what I'm saying. I should have charged for that right there. But yeah, that was pretty sick to have the Drums of Liberation playing while we built this figure. But that is 100% getting copyright on YouTube, so whoever edits this video later is probably gonna hate it. Wait, I edit my videos. Can't wait. Dun 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 dun. We'll just cover it ourselves. Okay, so the feet are on. Joy Boy has returned. Nika, the sun god. Mugiwara no Ruffy. We've got the straw hat on the back. This figure is sick. This might be my favorite one. The Makima figure, get out of town. Also, Swifty, do you know what I just noticed the other day? The Gear 5 hair looks like the Gomu Gomu no Mi. The Gum Gum fruit, it looks like the pattern on it at some times, which is such a sick detail. Don't know if it's intentional, but it's Oda, of course it's intentional. Now, similar problem that we had with Gojo. I can't get the thing in his back, which is very disappointing. I can't get it in. It won't stay. Look. It won't stay in. Unless we just have to balance it, because I guess he's fallen backwards anyway. That is such a good figure, you know. Low key, might get away with just having him on the side like that. Like on his back. Low key, you can just have him sat like that if you've got the space. But the stand won't go in. So, King of Artists, if you see this, whoever you are, King, send me another one. Because you're the king of nothing. I'm the king of hell. I just had to adjust it a little bit and tip him backwards. But now it's just, is he given birth? That's how the figure looks when the stand's in. He's given birth. Okay. I thought it would be more like this. But I guess you can get yam shot, crotch shot, gooch shot right there, if that's your thing. Pride Month, turn up. But that is an amazing figure. Now, I have another King of Artists figure from One Piece, which is this Sanji. Which is one of my favorite figures I own. Very detailed in the face. He's smoking the Fishman Island suit. These are going to look so sick together. Okay, now, this is going to be my favorite one, probably when we vote at the end. We have one figure left, which could change the course of history. Because this last figure is giant. Not as giant, it's probably the same size as this Sanji one. Which is what I really want to see, how big it is compared to Sanji. What does he mean by that? Low-key Zoro wants to see how big it is compared to Sanji. Low-key. Okay. Nika has gone to bed. Joy Boy has not returned. Joy Boy has returned to his box. Oh, Swifty, is it a spoiler to call him Joy Boy and Nika? I don't think so. Because you wouldn't really get it if you weren't up to date. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't really get it. But the final figure. Now this one, from the box alone, the paint job looks incredible. We want to talk about faces, the paint job. This one is incredible. This is the One Piece Grandista. Are you ready for this? Wait there, Swifty, you're a One Piece fan. I want you to guess who this is. I don't think you'll be able to guess, but guess who this is based on the box alone. There's no spoilers on the back, so guess who I've got in this box here. I'll give you one chance to guess. If you get it right on the first time, you can have the figure. Honestly. I will send you this figure all the way to South Africa. King, you know what? That's an outside the box guess, and I respect it. But it is not King. We have the One Piece Grandista Boa Hancock. This figure looks incredible off the box alone. Look at the face. That is so detailed for a One Piece figure too. Oh, great heavens. Q, that is what I'm saying. Can I even show this on YouTube? Or will this get demonetized? I remember she was built, but is she really built like that in the anime? That is crazy. I got a few weird looks buying this figure in the shop, but it was between that and Nami in a bikini. So either way, probably would have got looks. But we get away with it because she's an older woman. Do you know what I mean? Yo, if I see somebody picking up like a jewelry Bonnie figure when she's not the child version, I'm kind of looking at them like, I mean, Bonnie's cool if it's not the G5 one, but just heard someone barking. It was me. That's so real. Let's get this joint open and let's see how big it is after it gets opened. Okay, how many pieces? Chat, wait there. Quick predictions. Will it be a black stand? Will her arms be detached? Yes or yes? Let's find out. Quick predictions. Are we going to have a basic black stand? That's what I've noticed for all of these figures so far. More expensive than the Temu ones. And no interesting stands. Should just be one piece. No. I see what you did there. I see, because like the anime is called One Piece. Oh, One Piece? I barely know her. Am I right, Q? Is that how it goes? Okay. Jesus Christ, there's multiple pieces. Oh my god, this is massive. This is massive. That's her cloak. This is huge. That's her legs. That's not even... Bro! I thought this was going to be the same size as the Sanji. Where am I going to put this? Bro, that's her legs. This is humongous. Bro, I honestly thought, right, the size of the box, this is the same size roughly as the Sanji figure. The Sanji figure came in two parts. His top half, and his torso and his legs, right? I thought this figure was going to be the same, but this is in multiple pieces. How much is it? This was £35. So not even that much more expensive than the other figures, but already the jump in quality is insane. Like, bro, look how long the hair is. That's the same size as the Nami figure. That's just the head. Look at those. Can I even show that on camera? Bro. Brother. My brother in Christ. Any leg fans out there? This is ridiculous. I did not know it was going to be this big. Never heard that before. I'm out here trying to figure out if you get it here. Oh, I thought you said something completely different, Swifty. I'm not going to lie. Bro, where am I going to put this? That's all I keep thinking this whole video. Where am I going to put this? The stand, by the way, is just 1 foot. Key has been summoned back to the chat. This is the stand. It looks like 1 foot. That's all we getting. And that's going to be enough to hold this weight. Because this is a heavy set already. Set? I said set because I was looking at those. Oh, man. Yo, I genuinely am in disbelief at how big this is. I'm past saying pause now as well. Oh, man. This is incredible. This is what we work 7 days a week for. Is to spend our money on stuff like this. That's what we do it for, honestly. At the end of the day, it's nice. Let's put the body on. Jesus Lord, already humongous. This is giant. The head, let's see the detail. Yeah, that's just it. That is it, you know? The face, it looks like Boa Hancock. The earrings, the hair is fire. The construction of that. What did I put behind me? She had the cape too. Should we put the cape on before the hair? Probably. Anyone want to see the yams before we do? I think I need Jesus after this stream. Possibly. But, yo, this cape is going to be hard to get on because it goes over the shoulders. But if we just press on the breast, it goes on. This is crazy. Low-key, thought that was a marine jacket when I took it out the packaging. It just needs justice on the back. Even that cape, though, look at the detail on that, lad. With all the folds and stuff. That's incredible. And then we're trying to get the head on now. Let's see how this works. Okay. Perfect. Boa Hancock, I can't even show it. But it's like, if we put her on my shoulder, like Rob Lucci. You know, Lucci and his beard. Bro, it's literally Rob Lucci and his beard. That's how big this figure is. Now, how do we make it stand up? We have 1 foot, which this sole goes into. That's literally the base. It's just this 1 foot. And then that's the figure. That is incredible. It's so heavy too. And it wants to fall backwards. Oh. Chat, I'm not going to lie. I've just put it on the window ledge. It wants to fall backwards. So if you get this figure and want to display it, I would display it in front of some manga or something where it can fall backwards and stand up straight because it's very heavy. Having the cape on the back just makes it want to tip, you know? Peeking under the robes, like trying to see what Luffy saw. There's nothing under there, Swifty. They must have thought of that. There is actually nothing there. Yeah. Boa Hancock. If this is anyone's favourite One Piece character, let me know in the comments because I understand. I understand. Now, the question was, how big was this going to be after I saw it? Nah, next to the Sanji. Bro, even she's just built wider than Sanji too. She's mogging Boa Hancock frame mog Sanji. Who'd have thought it? Like, that is crazy. She is actually taller than him. Swifty, can you quickly Google Boa Hancock height? How tall actually is she? Because she is a big woman. She is a tall lady. But I don't know if she's taller than Sanji. If we could fact check that, it would be nice. But that looks incredible on my window ledge right now, I'm not going to lie. 6'3". Serious? She's 6'3". Sanji's 5'11". That was probably an accurate height diff then. Sanji's 5'11". And Boa Hancock is 6'3". How tall is Nico Robin? Nico Robin must be about like 6'2", at least. Yo, Boa Hancock is 6'3". She should be in the WNBA. What the hell? Why is she a pirate, bro? She's got a different career right there. She's trying to steal money when she could just be defending the post, attacking the post, defending the key. Bro, fake fucking basketball fan, you're getting his terms mixed up. You're right, 6'2". Swifty, what can I say? I just know everything about Nico Robin. Like, me and her just have so much in common, and like, but yeah, that is probably an accurate height difference between Sanji and Nico Robin. You will see a picture of those two together in the YouTube video when that goes out. So anyone who caught the stream or caught the VOD on YouTube, head to the main YouTube channel to see the full like, you know, experience, because you'll get pictures up close of the figures. But this was very fun. I'm out of figures now, and it's very hot, and I'm probably going to wrap up. So definitely going to wrap up after that Hankoku figure. Anyway, chat, let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite figure of the day? Honestly, mine's gonna be either the Gear 5 Luffy or the Boa Hancock. The Boa Hancock has blown me away from how big it is, but I think the Gear 5 Luffy would take the crown if it was just angled down a little bit. The crotch shot is just kind of crazy to me, you know? Swifty says the G5 Luffy is his favorite, and I respect it, honestly. What I want to do, Swifty, is go back to the shop, get a G5 Bonnie figure to have next to the G5 Luffy. I think that would look fire on a display. Literally how it happens in the show, where Luffy is doing that pose, laughing with his hand over his face, and then Bonnie's there with like an arm up. It was that exact figure, Bonnie with the arm up. I was like, that would look so sick together. And I just, yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comments below your favorite figure of the video. There was a lot of yapping going on in this one, but hopefully you enjoyed still. And yeah, I will catch you next time. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because the more views this video gets, the more money I get. The more money I get, the more figures I can buy to make more videos. You see how it's like just the circle of life? And speaking of lives, I need to go and get one. So make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time, people, man. Take it easy. As for Twitch, where do we go from here? Forehead reveal. Where do we go from here, Twitch? Is my favorite Jesse Hackle streaming right now still? No.
5 cars in hand.
Damn, I wanted a raid into Jess. I don't think she's on. Is she not? Am I tripping? I can't see Hackle anyway. Is she offline? Damn, what the hell? Anyway, I need updates from you when you read the manga. Yeah, I will, Swifty, don't worry about that. I was thinking about messaging you when I finished Egghead, but then I thought I'm going to stream soon anyway to do these figures, so I'll do it then. But yeah, I've got nowhere else to go apart from clicking the stop stream button. So Q, Swifty, anyone else who's still here and still watching, I appreciate you guys being here. You made it very fun to do this. Last time I did the figure unboxing, T-Sizzle, what a gangster. Last time I did the figure unboxing video, I did it off stream, and I thought this time around it'd be fun to have on stream, to have the chat reactions and stuff. And it was very fun, so I appreciate everyone who was here and interacted. And that is it from me. I'm going to go and read some One Piece, because if you couldn't tell, I love One Piece. Take it easy, people, man. Where's the stream ending, actually? Let's do it professional. Stream ended. There we go. Should we put an outro song on? I don't even listen to many outro songs, so I can't even think of an anime outro to put on. But I'll see you next time, people, man.